Welcome to the Work Podcast, where we're all about unlocking the secrets to success in the world of business careers.
I'm Leslie,
And I'm Timots.
and we're your hosts for today's episode. This would be the second installation of our three-episode podcast. So make sure to tune in and look forward to more value-adding information about careers.
Yeah, that's right, Leslie. No? So today, we're diving into the topic naman of excellence and knowledge. So last episode kasi parang we delved into the work and knowledge naman. And yung previous guest natin, we talk about their transition from university to corporate world. But after this transition, no, parang ang fun naman ng transition na work. We can't help but wonder about how we will fit into these roles we're given and how we can possibly thrive. But the path to excellence kasi it is not just for professionals. So I'm sure our student listeners, especially from UPCBA, will also be very interested in the tips and guidance our guest today will provide.
Tama! Kaya naman in this episode, we'll be exploring how our guest speaker, Max Gonzon, embodies and continuously pursues excellence. In fact, in fact, Max is a proud alumni of the UP Diliman's College of Business Administration, and he graduated summa cum laude. Wow! And we're thrilled to have him here to share his insights with us.
Yes. Hi, Max. Hi, Max Ranzon. Welcome to the show. Okay,
Hello,
before
Timots.
hello,
Hello,
yeah, before
Leslie.
everything else, no, before you introduce yourself, like parang could you give our listeners a brief overview lang ng career journey mo so far?
All right. So I just graduated last year, July 2023. I tried going to law school for 2 weeks, but I dropped out. And ayun, right now I'm working as a banker for small and medium enterprises in one of the biggest banks, local banks here in the Philippines. So I'm currently 4 months in sa department ko. And so far so good. I'm learning a lot. And also, I can feel naman na I have some significant contributions to my team. And I think that's what I'm most proud of as of the moment, yung fast transition into the corporate world, but also having that leeway for learning and for getting more experiences along the way. So yun yung career journey ko so far. It's my first job, and I hope na kahit na first job ko maging uh beneficial or very valuable pa rin yung insights that you will get tonight.
Gets. So I'm also more into finance and maybe leaning into that kind of job. So baka that's something we'll have in common in the future. So we'll see. And yeah, it sounds like you've had quite the journey. And that's exactly why we're here today, to learn from your experiences and also from your insights.
So ayun nga no. So parang na-mention namin earlier na parang everyone or at least yung listeners natin in this podcast yearns for excellence. So that's why we're here again, like sabi nga ni Leslie, to provide the practical guidance and inspiration for the next generation of business leaders. Like parang very Miss Universe naman.
And syempre, who better to learn from than an alumni like Max Gonzon, who have successfully navigated this journey himself. So without further ado, let's now deep dive into our topic for today, excellence and knowledge. So hello again, Max. Can you please formally introduce yourself? So sino nga ba si Max Gonzon?
Yes, so parang how is your life right now after college? Like, kumusta ka, Max?
Ayan. So, I'm Max Gonzon. I'm a proud alumni of CBA. And also, right now, as I've said earlier, I am a business banker. So, more on small and medium enterprises yung clients namin. I am a channel manager. So, the channel that I am managing as of the moment is yung branches ng bank na pinagtatrabahuhan ko. And the division that I am handling is yung Southern Metro Manila. So, all of the branches in South Metro Manila, parang I train them, monitor them, and incentivize them to sell yung products namin, yung mga business banking products namin. So that's what I'm currently doing as of the moment. Actually, I was absorbed by the bank as a
Mm.
management trainee, pero my boss really wanted me to immediately start away. So parang dapat OJT lang, na parang salingkit-kit lang ako dun sa dating channel manager ng division ko. But she wanted me to handle my division independently na. So that's why even though I'm still a management trainee, parang I'm acting like a full-time employee already. So that's what I'm doing right now. On the side, I do film and music. As you can see with the guitars here. And I'm also learning Spanish every Saturday. So madami akong ginagawa, but most of my time is dedicated to my work, which is, ayun nga, managing my channel, my branch channels.
Okay, thank you, Max. Actually, you're such a busy person, and I'm really thankful you parang you made
Yeah,
time for this.
Oh,
I really
it's an
appreciate it.
honor. It's an honor.
Thank you, Max. So
yeah.
parang,
Parang,
go
sige.
Leslie.
Yeah, parang I've seen your YouTube channel nga eh.
It's been so long, pero it's still there because it earns me money.
Alam mo,
Yes.
before, nakilala ko kasi si Max, like, before I enter UP pa, like, parang, he's very sikat, like, sa YouTube. Like,
Sikat.
vlogger siya.
Wow.
Parang, tapos, he's giving tips para sa mga papasok ng UP. And it's, so doon ko siya una nakilala. And I've known him nung nag-transfer na ako sa CBA. Tapos, basta, super galing niya as a student.
Ay.
Tapos
I'm
Wow.
very
nagba-volleyball
flattered
player
na.
din siya. Lahat na sinabi. Anyway, okay. So, before everything else, like before we talk about your career journey, so parang let's go back to the topic na yung excellence. So, as one of the core trusts ng UP, no, like honor and excellence. Sa excellence part, how would you define excellence in your own terms, Max?
Excellence for me is, paano ko ba to ano? Paano ko ba i-define? Well, excellence could mean multiple things. And for me, excellence is being good and doing good at the same time. Sa mga ginagawa mo. So, in all aspects, may it be academics, may it be organizations, your hobbies. For me, excellence is, it's in the word itself eh. You must excel in that thing that you're doing. So, lahat ibibigay mo, lahat pag-e-effortan mo, and lahat, you'll do it the right way. Kasi magkakambal yung honor and excellence eh. So, it's doing good, doing well, and being good at the things that you do.
Yeah, I agree na parang excellence is not something that's just ingrained into you. It's something you strive for. So, yeah. Okay, since most of our listeners nga are college students, so during your college years, how relevant or important is excellence to you?
Very, very, very important. So, nung fresh year ako, actually, I wasn't striving to be summa cum laude. Pero over the years, parang I saw na, there's a chance. Parang there's a chance. Yung jiwa ko nung second year, parang nakikita ko, there's a possibility na kayang magsuma. And that's when I started to realize na I really wanted to graduate with the highest honors possible. So, that's why excellence is very important for me. Excellence is important in a way na hindi lang siya end goal dapat eh. Parang excellence is a process, parang ganun. Na you must exude it in a way na in all of the things that you do, hindi naman kailangan perfect ka palagi. Hindi naman kailangang laging 100 over 100, laging uno. Excellence for me is having that strive na lahat ng ginagawa mo kailangan mong galingan. So for me,
Mhm.
baka for me lang, pero never akong nag-cut ng class. Never akong nag-cut ng
Mhm.
class. Uh, Excellence for me is showing up and doing things. Kahit na yung mga, sabi na nating mga subjects na hindi nagpe-pay off yung effort, mag-e-effort ka pa rin in the hopes na magbunga yung efforts mo. Parang ganun. Kasi aminin man natin o hindi, may mga professors na kahit anong effort mo, may mga, parang hindi pa rin magbubunga. So for me, it's doing your best, doing your all sa lahat ng mga nire-require sa'yo, lahat ng mga requirements mo.
Okay.
Gets. Yeah. Pero ang galing ha, kasi parang from what I've heard, from what I've experienced, parang most students, sa simula pa lang, nagsastrive na sila na parang magka-Latin honors. Pero ikaw, parang sa kalagitnaan mo pa nalaman na, ang galing. Pero kami, or parang most students are parang halfway through, parang nag-give up na sila. Pero ikaw, parang upward trajectory. So, there you go.
Ako naman, like, I cannot relate dun sa yung hindi nagka-cut ng class. Kasi, if really, Max, like, parang never ka nag-cut ng class.
Ah, siguro there was this one time nung senior year ko na. Kasi 'di ba naghahalo yung online class tsaka
Mhm.
face-to-face class. Tapos
Mhm.
siya lang yung face-to-face class ko ng araw na yon. Hindi pa ako reporter, so makikinig lang ako literal. Parang papasok ako para makinig. Tapos ah context lang, taga Manila ako, tapos nag-aaral ako sa QC. So that's a long commute. Parang yung commute ko mas matagal pa dun sa klase. So what did I do? I did not cut class. O I asked my professor, "Sir, pwede po bang makisit in na lang ako via Zoom?" Tapos yung isang kong kaklaseng malapit na papasok, he'll open up a Zoom room for me. And fortunately pumayag yung professor ko. So pag mga ganun, hindi naman ako perfect na hindi ako tinatamad. May mga times na tinatamad din ako.
Kasi
So pag
ano,
mga ganun,
parang,
I try my best to be efficient and very forgiving naman yung mga professors.
yes, yes. So parang, kasi kaya ko siya natanong, parang, during like, right now, parang, I caught class because of a reason. For example, may gagawin sa orgs, or
Mm.
parang, there's a valid reason naman for that. Ano. So parang, yeah. So, weren't you part of different orgs nung,
Uh, I have multiple orgs to list them down. Siguro JPIA, Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants. I was also part of Circle of Entrepreneurs. Hindi ako masyadong active dun though. I'm also part of UP Music Circle, UP Cinema, and there was a time na I was batch rep for BAC, and also I was a member of UP CAP for 2 semesters. So those were my
okay,
organizations in college.
and you were still able to like parang balance ACADS and org stuff. No? Like parang that's so good. Like you're so good at ano. Wala lang.
Siguro
Wala.
to temper lang, nung senior year, parang naglaylo talaga ako sa orgs ko para to fully commit sa ACADS. Pero honestly, I kind of regret that kasi parang senior year dapat yung pinaka close ka sa org mates mo. So I kind of miss on that. So may mga sacrifices lang along the way, such as that one. Pero yup, medyo mahirap nga siyang i-balance. You just have to know your priorities at certain moments in time.
I see, I see. Okay, so going back to the ano, like parang this is more of a personal question. So parang kasi kunwari ako for example, there was a time naman na I was so grade conscious kasi parang I want to have that Latin honors. Parang what would you say to someone who is GC, like grade conscious to the highest level? Like parang so parang I wanna rephrase ko yung question. Is excellence limited but to grades? Like do grades really matter for your career like after college?
Sige, yung first question muna, what would I say to someone who is grade conscious? My favorite quote is, "My grades don't define me unless mataas." So, ayun lang. Kapag mataas, go.
Yeah,
Ang tali-talino ko, ganyan-ganyan. Pero kapag mababa, don't let it define you. Kasi there are factors outside of your intellect, outside of your skills that uh that come into calculating the grades. May teacher factor, may mga profs talaga na minsan mababa mag-grade. May mga professors din na very impossible yung mga requirements. And there are external factors, baka distracted ka by some things. So your grades don't really define your skills, don't define your intellect. It defines how you fit the mold ng paano ba, ng academic excellence na gusto ng university. So, and possibly yung yung academic excellence na mold ng university might not really fit you, and that's okay. And that should not hinder you from achieving or striving excellence in other fields. So possible na sa ibang bagay ka magaling. For example, paano ba? For example, my boyfriend, filmmaker siya, and most of his skills talaga is more on production. Sa film, maraming mga paper classes na tinatawag. So yung mga paper classes, yun yung mga theories, maraming papers, maraming essays, ganyan. And that might not be his forte. So ayun, your grades don't really define your skills. It might in a way, but that doesn't mean na if mababa yung grade mo, wala ka ng skills sa field mo. So that's one thing that I would say to GC people. Second, yung second question, do grades matter when it comes to your career after graduating? To some extent, yes. I think hindi ako matatanggap sa management trainees program ng mga in-applyan ko if it weren't for my grades. So, having high grades will put your foot at the door, but at the same time, it wouldn't put your foot sa room na gusto mong pasukan. So, it matters, pero it must be supplemented by skills, by charisma, by charm, by soft skills, hard skills. So, yung mga ganong bagay na pwedeng makita sa resume, but at the same time, pwede ring makita sa mga interviews mo. So, grades matter, but not really. And in the end, kapag nasa workforce ka na, baka nga mas makasama pa yun sa'yo kasi, for example, in my part, parang there's high expectation kasi most of my workmates know na I graduated SUMA. So, may mga ganong expectations lang. So, ayun, don't let your grades define you. If mataas, go celebrate. Be proud of it. Ano ba? Don't be sorry sa parang I can't find a word. Wait lang, I can't words. Pero ayun, parang be proud of it and be unapologetic. Ayun. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's good. So in relation to that, di ba, parang you said na grades only show like a fraction of your skills and you need like other soft skills as well. Parang did you have other internships now where you learned specific skills that you used in your career?
Hmm. So I interned, medyo weird yung mga internships ko. I interned in a construction company. Pero yung ano ko doon, position more on marketing. And then yung isa, I interned for a food and beverage company. That's more on marketing and content creation din yung internship ko doon. So yung mga skills na natutunan ko doon, more on soft skills actually. Since yung hard skills, editing, music production, video production, photography, I've already learned it in the past because of my hobbies. Pero yung soft skills na makikitungo sa mga tao, being on time, knowing how to read the room, mga ganun. That's what I learned in those internships. And also it gave me an idea of what corporate life would look like. And that's very important when once you graduate.
I have a question lang about internships. Like, how, kasi we know naman, like, internships are very helpful naman, like, in building up your resume or
Mm.
building up your skills, like, that you have. It, it is really helpful, like, for students to have internships. Pero, like, yung question ko is, like, it really matters pa talaga to have internships. Like, for example, uh, am I less prepared if wala akong internships going after college?
Um, Depende siguro sa internship. If your internships are in big companies, big corporations, for example, yung mga FMCGs, and especially sa mga accounting students, yung internships nila talagang sa auditing firms, sa Big Four. So it's really a big plus in preparing you sa actual work in the corporate world. But I would say, much like everything in life, parang kapag bagong chapter ng buhay mo, nothing really prepares you. Parang you just have to experience yung birthing pains na tinatawag. Yung mga transitionary pains na one must undergo. And that that time na aalis ka sa comfort zone mo, it really helps you build some thicker skin, and also parang andun yun to help you grow. So I think if you're someone who's already on your fourth year and thinking na, ay, hindi pa ako nakapag-internship, baka mabigla ako kapag nag-work na ako, it's really part of the process. And you must embrace yung, for the lack of a better term, lack of experience once you're already there. Kasi your lack of experience will, one, it will excuse you from some mistakes. Kasi alam naman ng mga boss mo na bago ka, and that will allow you some leeway na magkamali, and at least yung mga pagkakamali mo, since you're more on at the bottom of the ladder, hindi as crucial compared to kapag years into your career na. So okay lang magkamali, and actually dun ka nga matututo eh. Tapos, your lack of experience also allows you, kasi meron kang blank slate. Meron kang blank slate na it's up to you how you want to start your career, how to draw your plans, and parang embrace that stage of your life lang na wala ka masyadong alam and nangangapa ka pa. So, okay lang if wala kang internships, pero it's a big plus, especially to some careers. For example, sa accounting, sa finance, and sa FMCG siguro.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I really, kasi parang, I just had my, in first, I'm doing my first internship kasi,
Mm.
parang, and before kasi, I was like, I'm gonna focus on my ACADS. Kasi parang, well, I'm still a student, so I'm gonna focus on ACADS. Parang, then parang I just realized na parang helpful naman talaga yung internship kasi parang now I'm working at an e-commerce company and it's really good. Like, you learn a lot. Like, how, paano ba yung corporate world like looks like. Tapos, yun nga, I was wondering like before pa, like, super important na nito. Kasi I have friends din na parang they they don't plan on having internships. Like parang
Mm.
after college na sila mag-work. So eh. Okay. So now let's bridge the gap like between parang excellence and knowledge na no. So yung topic natin. So we believe kasi 'di ba na parang when we excel when we learn. So and pero I think it is given naman yung answer to this question. Pero can someone excel without knowledge? Like how does to change the question, like parang how does knowledge help build excellence and vice versa? So paano naman nabibuild ng excellence yung knowledge natin as students? Very Miss Universe questions again.
Kaya nga eh. Thank you for that wonderful question. But to be serious about it, no, I don't think anyone could excel without knowledge. Pero hindi lang yun yung element to excellence. So I think being excellent requires compassion, requires passion.
Mm.
Oh, Miss Universe. Pero this is true ah. Parang it requires passion kasi if you want to excel in something, you must love what you're doing. Ako, I think aminado akong very into learning ako. Sobrang nerd kong tao, ganun. I really like learning, and I like the academic validation I get, ganun. So, there must be passion there. Second, yung compassion, you must have a why, parang ganun. Medyo baduy, pero it's true, you must have a purpose, parang why you're doing it. It could be for selfish reasons na gusto ko ng academic validation, gusto ko may ma-prove, or it could be selfless reasons as well. I want to help my family. I want to change the Philippines, mga ganong bagay. Pero that purpose, that compassion, that's very important. Pero yes, I don't think anyone could excel without knowledge. So the question is, how could knowledge help in the pursuit of excellence? Kasi when you're excellent, that means you're competent. And you cannot be competent without knowledge. You cannot do your job without knowing what to do. You cannot be a productive member of society if you are uneducated. So some people might say na okay lang mag-drop out, okay lang hindi na magtapos ng pag-aaral, mag-business na lang if that's inherently what they're talented at. Pero personally, I'm a believer of formal education. And I believe na every Filipino youth parang gusto kong makapag-aral formally. Although I believe naman in other ways of in the pursuit of knowledge. Pero ayun, maganda talaga yung system na meron tayo. I mean, hindi siya maganda, pero maganda na magkaroon tayo ng system na that will help us have that formal education for everyone. So, accessible, free, ano pa ba yun? Makabayan na
Yeah.
education. So,
Nationalistic,
nationalistic
scientific.
education. That's really one of my advocacies. Tapos, ayun, I hope that answers it. Kasi without knowledge, without learning, paano ka makakapag, paano ka makakatulong and paano ka makakapagtrabaho sa field na pupuntahan mo. And this goes to all fields. Hindi lang yung mga fields na may licensure. So hindi lang yung mga CPA, mga doctors, mga lawyers, mga engineers, but also to BA students who might be listening to this. Yung mga lessons kasi natin sa BA, sometimes it could be very abstract, especially yung mga theoretical talaga, mga agile, mga project management. I know na ito yung lesson for this class. Actually, medyo naalala ko iba, pero most of it hindi ko na maalala. Pero I think, ayun, to be a productive member of society, one must be knowledgeable at the very least.
Gets. So, para for you, how important is excellence in knowledge? Not just in like, hindi lang sa career mo, pero in your personal life as well.
Yes. Excellence in a way na hindi perfectionism. Parang I wanna be good at the things that I'm doing, but I don't want na yung perfectionism, it's hindering me from enjoying the things that I like. Parang I want to parang I'm continuing learning. So for example, yun nga, sa Spanish lessons ako. Tapos right now I'm trying new musical instruments. But at the same time, I'm not doing it to be perfect. Parang I'm not doing it to be 100%. Parang I just want to alam mo yun, parang learn new things and have additional knowledge. Kasi for me, learning doesn't stop naman kapag pag-graduate mo. And you could learn outside of the four corners of the university.
Get. Wait, sorry question. Medyo TMI siya for me. Pero for someone who's like insecure, do you think everyone can excel or parang is it limited lang to some people?
Everyone could excel, but at the same time, one must know the place where they would excel in. Kasi it's possible na you want to excel in a field na hindi talaga para sa'yo. For example, ayun nga, I shifted out of two prestigious programs in UP. I shifted out of BAA. So that's Business Administration and Accountancy. And I also
Same.
shifted out of UP Law. So some people would kill for a slot in those two programs. Pero I realized na those fields weren't for me. So hindi talaga ako mag-excel doon kasi hindi para sa akin eh. Pero I believe na lahat is capable of excellence. They just need to know what they're good at, what they're passionate about. And sometimes it takes time then. So hindi siya agad-agad makikita. Some people uh, parang lumalabas ng excellence nila late into their lives, and that's okay, and that's actually beautiful.
Yes, yes. So just try until you find your place.
Tama. Or carve
Actually,
out your place. Daanin niyo sa dahas. Parang ano, talagang trabahuhin niyo. If you really think
yeah.
na that's the field for you, that's the field you want, kung yan talaga yung gusto niyo, parang you'll excel in it one way or another. You'll find it in you to excel in that field since gusto niyo yung ginagawa.
Yes, yes.
Actually,
Okay.
I agree kasi parang I shifted out also of BAA. Tapos right now I'm in BA, like I'm so much happier. Tapos mas marami akong time. Like tapos hindi ako wala ng 5 hour long exam. Like parang yun yung pumapatay sa akin. Like personally, pero like to those BA students, go fight, win. Like parang ilaban nyo since if you're passionate about something and if you're happy about something, like if you're happy on doing something, then go push. And yun yung tumatak sa akin sa sinabi ni Max sa parang, um, yung parang if something hinders you from being happy, like parang if, like parang it really is something na parang you will not excel at. So, yun yung tumatak sa akin, like parang this time. Pero, Max, like, so for our last question, no, like, I'm not really last, like, I think this is second to the last. Like, what is your advice to our listeners naman? Like, to the students naman planning or starting to build their careers? Like, very general question. Like, anong advice mo sa students who are on their way to their career journeys, like, after college?
Sige, I think para hindi baduy, I'll be giving concrete advice na lang. Create a LinkedIn account as early as now. Put everything na nagawa nyo na. So it could be your orgs, your internships, ano pa ba? Your ACADS. Kahit senior high school, pwede nyo ilagay. Second, second piece of advice is to create a master resume. So lahat ng mga achievements nyo, lahat ng mga certificates, certifications, mga skills, andun lahat. Tapos, every time na mag-apply ka for a new work, for a new internship, kukuha ka lang ng mga kailangan mo doon. For example, all of your skills are there, di ba? Tapos you're applying for, let's say, a graphic design internship or a graphic design work. So, ang ilalagay mo lang doon, yung mga may relation sa graphic design. Third piece of advice, maximize the resources offered to you by the university. So, meron tayong career assistance program. Marami silang activities, mentoring sessions, mga mixers, career fairs, and so on. So, gamitin natin yung mga resources na yon and show up. Very important to show up since baka nag-aano lang kayo, nag-RSVP lang kayo pero hindi kayo pumupunta or pumupunta kayo pero iikot lang kayo, hindi kayo magpapasa ng resume. So I think that's very important na hindi lang dapat uh, on surface yung pagpasok niyo dun sa mga opportunities na yun. Dapat gustuhin niyo talaga na makapasok sa mga work or sa mga internships na gusto niyo. So that means putting in the effort to create your resume, putting in the effort sa mga interviews, and yung mga exams. Usually kasi may mga exams yan. So those three pieces of advice, I think are very important. When it comes to academics naman, my piece of advice is to start early kasi that allows you to edit along the way. So kunyari may long-term project, okay lang na mag-start na kayo ng maaga para along the way naayos nyo. And kapag may mga times na may ma-cancel or may ibang mas important na gawin, at least na-adjust nyo yung schedule. So those are my 4 pieces of advice for students who are entering the workforce but still are studying or struggling with their academics in their last year.
Yeah, those are great advice, especially for students na in their like lower years pa lang and also for graduating students. Pero yeah, can you give like one last piece of advice for UP students in general? Like how can we maximize our stay pa in UP?
Siguro I'm not the best person to ask this kasi nga nag-focus ako sa ACADS nung last year. Pero siguro this is coming from a place of regret. Kapag nag-aya yung friends nyo, samahan nyo na. Kasi you'll never be college students again. Those are just 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or kung ilang years ka mang nagstay sa UP. Pero after that, parang wala na. So, kapag nag-aya yung friends nyo ng inom, go for it. Kapag may organap, inviting everyone, sign up for it. Kahit na may exam kayo bukas. Ang exam, pwedeng ma-retake yan. pero yung, pero yung university experience, it's once in a lifetime. So, ayun, that's my last piece of advice. If may nagaya sa inyo, just go for it.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that advice. Gagawin namin yan. Charot.
Actually, ako yung nasa other side of spectrum. Ako yung nag-i-invite lagi. So parang kasi
So, pakita mo sa mga friends mo.
I really kasi yung mga friends ko naman, sila naman yung nagre-reject agad. Kasi parang I really think kasi na parang after college, it's gonna be a different world. So parang in UP, gusto ko maximize ko yung like I'm happy like at my stay. Like it's not just about ACAD. So I'm trying to tapos kunwari even if I'm busy, like ewan ko, it's not really like even if I'm busy, like kapag may opportunity to go out with your friends, like I'm gonna drop everything and then I'll go with them. So yeah, like enjoy kasi like ilang ilang years lang yung stay sa UP. Pero yung iba na-delay, pero okay lang din. Pero like, yeah, the point is like very limited lang yung time natin. So ayan, thank you so much, Max, like for that advice. Like it's a really great advice for UP students or students in general. Now, Leslie, go ahead.
Okay, so Max, thank you so much again for joining us today and yeah, sharing your insight with our listeners. It's been incredibly valuable.
And now to our listeners naman, no, thank you for tuning in to the second episode of the Work Podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful as you navigate your own career journey. So, yeah.
And be sure to join us next time for more insightful conversations and inspiration. Until then, let's work it together. Bye bye.
Yay!
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.